Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News. At 20 minutes before 8 Central Time, Professor Farrell of the Mount Jennings Observatory, Chicago, Illinois, reports observing several...
So we are on our way to Grover's Mill, New Jersey. This is the location of the War of the Worlds story. October 30th, 1938. Over the radio with Orson Welles.
Good evening, and welcome to Moonlight Confidential. Tonight, we venture into the shadowed heart of Grover's Mill, New Jersey, specifically to Van Ness Park, a place where history and mystery collide. On October 30th, 1938, Orson Welles' War of the Worlds radio broadcast unleashed chaos, convincing a nation that Martians had descended upon us. Here, the monument that stands is a silent sentinel to that fateful night, and why we've come to this unassuming park where panic was born.
So this is a nice park with plaques all around explaining what happened on October 30th, 1938. And right now it's very peaceful, but I can only imagine how chaotic it was that day for the people in Grover's Mill who thought that it was very real. And there's a tower near here that I guess people started shooting at because they thought it was aliens. One of the Martian tripods. Which is about a minute from here. From what we saw, we think we might have seen bullet holes on them, but we're not sure. So can you imagine, before cell phones, before people had TVs in every room, for computers, people used to get their news and everything over the radio. So if you heard that come through, of course you're going to panic.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a grave announcement to make. Incredible as it may seem, both the observations of science and the evidence of our eyes lead to the inescapable assumption that those strange beings who landed in the Jersey farmlands tonight are the vanguard of an invading army from the planet Mars. The battle which took place tonight at Grover Mills has ended in one of the most startling defeats ever suffered by an army in modern times. 7,000 men armed with rifles and machine guns pitted against the single fighting machine of the invaders from Mars.
Earlier that day, in the quiet town of West Windsor, New Jersey, we stopped at a coffee shop unlike any other. Grover's Mill Coffee House stands as a tribute to the 1938 broadcast. Inside, the atmosphere is warm, but unmistakably otherworldly. Vintage radios line the walls. Posters recall the night of panic. And in the corner, a bizarre creation. A Martian war machine fashioned from an old coffee maker, equal parts art and eerie homage. It's a place where caffeine meets cosmic curiosity, and where fiction once blurred so convincingly with fact, it sparked real fear.
This is Orson Welles, ladies and gentlemen. Out of character, to assure you that the War of the Worlds has no further significance than as the holiday offering it was intended to be. So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight. That grinning, glowing, globular invader of your living room is an inhabitant of the pumpkin patch, and if your doorbell rings and nobody's there, that was no Martian. It's Halloween.